Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a Dollar Tree $5 DIY American flag wreath. First thing we're going to need is the red, white, and blue mesh from the Dollar Tree. You'll need one of each. Then we're going to need this pack of fun foam. This one has hearts on it. You just need a white one. You need a 14-inch wreath form to be found in the floral section. Floral wire, scissor, and hot glue gun, and a pen or small pencil. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bunch the end of our mesh. I like to feed the wire through it and then twist it at the end, and then we're just going to twist it to one of the cross braces, and then we're going to pull about a 2-inch loop in each ring. I start on the outside and I go towards the inside, and then you hold them as you go along and you squish it down towards the ring. I'm sure you guys have probably seen hundreds of burlap wreath tutorials like this, but it's pretty much what you do. Don't have to worry about it being fluffy right now because we're going to fluff it at the end, but you're just going to go outside ring, middle, inside ring, and then go towards, and then pull it towards the outside ring, inside ring, middle, and that's what you're going to do. And when you pull it back over, I say pull it, but when you stretch it back over to the outside, that's kind of what holds it together, okay? And you're going to try to do about 1/4 of the ring, like a fourth to 1/3 of the ring in blue, okay? And now I'm just doing the same thing to tie it off. So you can see I'm just weaving it through the mesh, and then I'm twisting it around the mesh. And I'm doing this, twisting it on the frame before I cut it. It's just one of those little tricks. This one I don't have to worry about it coming unraveled on me, okay? And it's okay if it pushes out or fluffs out or whatever, because we can adjust it later, all right? Okay. So let's see. Just make sure it's on there. Yeah, sure. I'm not from New York. If you guys have never seen anybody do a burlap wreath tutorial, let me know down below. I'll do one more in depth. But I pretty much have a technique that, you know, there's different types of techniques, but I pretty much have one that I've just been doing for a while. So here it is again. Now I'm taking the red and I'm weaving it in and out like I showed you, and then wrapping the wire around a few times. There you go. And that just secures the end. Okay, when I'm starting the red, I'm going to tie it on the second rib. Either the second rib towards the inside or the second rib towards the outside. That part's not a huge thing. You just don't want to tie it on the end one, because the little end would hang out either in the middle or in the end. So you start on one of the inside ribs, okay? And then do the same thing. You're going to push up about 2 inches from the bottom, and then you're going to hold it down towards the blue. And here's the only thing that's different than a regular wreath is normally we just keep going. But what we're going to do is we're going to alternate pushing a row of red, pushing a row of white, a row of red. And this just is going to require a tiny bit of patience and a little bit of coordination. The dollar store mesh can tend to stick to itself. So sometimes they got caught up on my nightgown or got caught up on each other. But just with a little patience, you know, you either have money or you have patience. I'm just kidding. You can have both. But that's what this is all about. A lot of times when we work with products that are less expensive, we end up having to work a tiny bit harder, okay? But that's, you know, that's the trade-off sometimes, all right? So now I'm just doing the same thing with the white. I'm tying it off on the second rib, and I did the same thing where I weaved it in and out. And then I'm going to start on the inside. There we go. I'm wrapping it around one time, and then I'm pushing up from the bottom. Same thing, about a 2-inch loop, which 2-inch loop is like 2 inches. I mean, it's actually 4 inches worth of material. It's like a 2-inch up and then 2-inch back. And then we're just going to alternate a red one, a white one, a red one, a white one. And we're going to go all the way around the wreath, okay? Now when you get to the end, ideally it would be 13 stripes. It would be 7 red and 6 white, but that's not the most important part of the craft, trust me. Now we're just going to fluff out all of those bows that we pushed in. And again, this is one of those great crafts to do sitting in front of the TV, put on a movie, watch some videos. You just sit there and basically you just spread out all of the little pieces of mesh, each loop that you just push through. Now it's time for us to spread it out, okay? And what I will tell you after I did this, ideally, I would have sprayed painted this ring, green ring, would have been probably nice if it was white or blue even, like just more of the patriotic colors. But of course, I forgot to do that, or I didn't think about that before. So you can do that as an option. But it's not necessary because you barely see the ring, okay? Now we're going to cut out the stars. We're going to take a piece of this foam, this fun foam with the hearts on it. And we're actually just going to use the white part. This was the only white fun foam that I could find at the Dollar Tree, so that's why we bought it. Okay, I actually had it left over, but they still sell it, so that's good. And you don't need these candles, but I had these candles on hand, and I'm like, perfect size star, thank you very much. But I've seen this project done with all different size stars, like alternating, some big, some small. But I just thought that this candle was like the perfect size and shape, okay? So I'm just tracing 6 of them, because 6 fit on this little piece that I had left over. But then you can do as many stars or as little, like depending, again, it's up to you. Just don't put more than 50, okay? We all know that you can get in trouble if you put more than 50 stars on the flag. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut them out. Simple kindergarten stuff, all right? Now that I have them all cut, I'm gonna take these, I had these pieces of wire cut already. They're about 4 inches long, and I'm wrapping them around the pen to create sort of a spring-like effect. You don't have to do this. You can go ahead and glue the stars right on the fun foam. I just saw this and they were kind of popping off, and I just thought that was so cute. I'm sorry, you can go ahead and glue the stars right onto the mesh. But what I'm doing is I'm creating a little spring, as you can see here, and then I'm flattening out the 2 ends just to give something to hold. My hand's blocking it here for a second, so if you wait, when I do the next one, I'll show you. It'll be much easier, okay? It'll be much easier to see. So what I've done is, after I've created the spring, I've bent at the very ends in almost like an L shape, just to give the glue a little bit of surface to hold on to. Okay, so here we go again. I'm just wrapping it around the pen. And then I'm just taking, this is a little nail scissor that I'm just bending the end over, just to create a little L shape, okay? And I'm just stretching it, the wire out. I put a big glob of glue in the middle, and then just hold it there. That's the most important part, is just to hold it there for a few minutes while it dries. And then once it's dry, you'll see it stays on there. Oh, picked it up too early. But now you can see it just stays on there. And then when these are done, you can glue, just put glue at the end of the spring and put them where you want. As long as you hold them on the wreath where you want them until the glue is set, they'll stick wherever you put them. Okay, that glue will stick to that mesh and stick to that wire. Great. All right, and just repeat with the other stars until you have them all done. And now we're going to take our wreath back and put some glue on the end of the wire. And I'm just sticking them wherever I wanted. I just thought 2 rows of 3 would be cute, and, you know, stagger them, because on the American flag they're staggered. So just put them, like I said, wherever I thought they would look cute. All right. And just repeat with all 6 stars. And it is easy as that. You can put a hanger on the back if you want to, but I didn't feel the need to since there was so much fluff that it will just hang. Okay, so here it is. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with friends and family, and happy Memorial Day, 4th of July, Flag Day, Labor Day, Veterans Day, all these days. Take care and God bless. See you next time.